What is up, my friends? I am back and delighted to say I'm joined by an old friend, somebody we haven't seen in a while, Mr. John Wayman from the Just Joe Football Show. How are we, sir?
Good, mate. I'm really good, and was really buzzing to hear from you after so long. Busy lives, but yeah, to be on the old Anfield Agenda is quite a big deal these days, isn't it? So yeah, always was, but even more so these days. So thank you for having me on, mate.
Hey, look, even though you might be a Leeds fan and you're not in the Premier at the minute, we always have that joint hate of Manchester United.
Yes.
So we're always going to have that, Joe. I remember, I don't know if I ever told you this, but we went to a Josh Warrington fight a few years ago, the one in Headingley. And we went there, and it was great because it was just loads of people singing "Stand Up If You Hate Man U." And man, I enjoyed every moment of that.
Did they do the shoes off? Shoes off if you hate Man U? No, because sometimes
I don't remember that now. We had a few drinks at that point, Joe, so the shoes could have been off anyway, bro.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, great night out, Headingley as well, isn't it? It's a great night out.
I tell you what, the whole Leeds Bradford area was class.
Yeah.
We enjoyed every minute. We were over there for a few days and we enjoyed every minute of it. Absolutely salt of the earth people.
Nice. Love that.
Headingley was class as well because I was never in it before, but you obviously have the grandstand in the middle and then you've got the cricket to one side and the rugby league pitch to the other. And we did the full corporate stuff where we had the meal and stuff inside beforehand. And wow, what a setting. It was gorgeous.
Yeah, it's good. Headingley Cricket Ground. They have quite a few gigs on there and stuff. It's a nice place. It's a nice place of the world in God's own country in Yorkshire.
Beautiful. You love that yellow stone as well everywhere around Yorkshire.
Yeah, yeah. True. Yeah, it's expensive, that stuff. It's expensive stone, in it these days.
I don't know. Thankfully, my house was here when I got here. It was all already built and all in one bit. So lucky enough. But look, I was looking at the championship table, Joe, beforehand, and it's the battle. Now, I missed you guys in the Premier League. I always have a time for Leeds. Leeds are well supported over here in Ireland, by the way, which I'm sure you know. But yeah, I've been keeping an eye on it. It's getting tough at the top there, Joe. It's getting tight.
It is, mate. Yeah, it's funny you say that. We've got a couple of Irish Leeds supporting channels now in the YouTube space, JUSTJOE and also Only Leeds Bros, a couple of brothers from Ireland as well. So I know they are, like you say, well supported, like Liverpool, like Manchester United, unfortunately. But yeah, there's always a big contingent that come over to Leeds games as well, to be fair. But yeah, the championship is the championship. We missed out, obviously, last season to Southampton. I dare say we'd have given a better fist of it than Southampton are currently doing.
Russell Martin's lost the plot. I don't know what he's doing, honestly. He just won't change.
Stupid, isn't it? But these days, you don't change. You end up at Bayern Munich. Look at company. So it's mad. I spoke to a Burnley fan before, Craig, and they were fuming that they were back in the championship and somehow he'd got the Bayern job. Basically, I think it's a joke. Like, I couldn't be watching him week in, week out, Russell Martin company. I'd be like, you need to change it because we're going down. I don't think Russell Martin cares, does he? He'll be looking at maybe a job elsewhere. But yeah, Leeds United battling it out with Sheffield United and Burnley, coincidentally. So we're third currently, but I think we're going to go up and probably win the league this time around, Craig, to be honest. I need to be back. I need to be back in the Premier League. 3 years wasn't enough, man. God's sake, I thought we'd come back after 14 years. That's it. We're here to stay. And we had 3 seasons, mate, and now we're back in the championship.
Getting ready to come back up with Kloppo's manager.
Yeah, well, yeah. There's the Red Bull stuff, isn't there? Yeah, it won't be too bad, but I don't think he'd manage another team in England, would he?
I don't know. I certainly hope not. You know what I mean? I'm going to be selfish about that. I loved every minute of him being at Liverpool, but it is certainly a good hookup for you guys with the whole Red Bull brand of club. I mean, they certainly know their way to scout a player. I'll say that about Red Bull.
Yeah, no, exactly. You've had a few, Manny came through Red Bull, Naby Keita. I know he didn't do great at Liverpool, but all these have come. Yeah, they have quite a decent network in the African market, like you mentioned, Mido and stuff as well. So, look, they've got and had some fantastic players. So hopefully we can tap into that. I don't want to be called Red Bull Leeds or anything like that, and they've promised us that isn't going to happen. But yeah, they've got a mind. We still don't know what the stake is yet. They say minority, but minority could be like 48%, couldn't it? Because it's less than the majority. So we don't actually know what it is. But yeah, as long as I'm not Red Bull Leeds and they throw money at it, then I'm all right.
Have you noticed any difference in anything since they did come on board?
Not really. I mean, we've got the 49ers, haven't we, at the minute, which, to be fair, they're a lot like FSG, Craig. So it's more people invest into it rather than this is the 49. It's called 49ers Enterprises, and then everyone. So we've got like Will Ferrell, Jordan Spieth. We've got famous basketballers that have all just put money in, a bit like what happens at FSG, I think. So yeah, I don't know if they'll go wild in the aisles, as it were, in terms of spending and stuff, mate, to be honest. But I do think this time around, if we do get promoted, we'll give a better account of ourselves. Because the frustrating thing is, Aston Villa and both Nottingham Forest, we were competing with for relegation once upon a time. Aston Villa are now in the Champions League and Forest are doing well. And it just shows if you recruit well, because we had Bielsa and we just didn't back him. If you'd have backed him and changed the squad, then who knows what would have happened. But we sacked him and brought in Jesse Bloody Marsh, for God's sake. And he's a charlatan. I couldn't despise a man more, if I'm honest, Craig. I hate that man.
Well, what was so bad about him?
He just won't Bielsa, I guess. No, but he was bad. Here's some of his tactical insights for you. You know, Rafinha, who's now Barcelona, killing it. He played him at right wing back and put him on long throws. I mean, that's crazy. Who puts your best attacking outlet on long throws? Because they had a throwing competition in training and he could throw the longest, so he put him on long throws.
That's right up there with Roy Hodgson putting Harry Kane on corners.
Exactly, mate. That's what the kind of level we're dealing with. So yeah, he ripped up everything that. So I remember Big Sam said when we played them, when he was West Brom manager, they were the fittest team in all the charts. They ran under Bielsa. When he came back in, when Sam took us down basically, but he tried to save us. He said we were the least fittest side. So it's like Jesse Marsh came in, he said they were overtrained, but instead of reducing it a little bit, he just turned it off and they were all overweight and terrible. Yeah, I don't know how that man worked in football, if you want my honest opinion. I don't know what he's doing now. I think he sometimes pops
Canada.
up
He's the Canadian national team coach.
He is. He's the manager there, isn't he? God, yeah, I forget. But he was on CBS not too long ago. Do you know what? I actually did a hate-along, of Canada versus Argentina. So, yeah. I don't know how I forgot that. So, yeah.
Do you know what, though? I wanted to ask you about Archie Gray.
Yeah.
Obviously, gone on to Spurs. And I won't lie, I had my eye on him. But Spurs tonight playing him right wing back, I believe. What were your thoughts on him choosing Spurs for his next step up?
I genuinely thought it was earmarked for Liverpool. I did think that would have been a move that would have happened, but I think Leeds United obviously were presented with the situation of, we can cash in, if you like. I think across Europe during the summer, Craig, we made the most money. We sold Rutter to Brighton, we sold Somerville to West Ham, and then we sold obviously Gray to Spurs as well. He was going to go to Brentford, and as fans, we were all fuming because it's like, all right, leave Leeds, but not to Brentford, please. Which I know might be a bit arrogant, but I'd have been gutted if he'd have gone to Brentford. But in actual fact, that might have been best for his development because this is his first Premier League start tonight and it's December. I know he's played a lot in Europe, but I thought he might have had a bigger impact. But he's a player. He's a real player. Obviously came through midfield, but played for us at right back last season. At under 18 level at England, he played at right back. And now Postecoglou's playing him at wing back, either right or left. I think he played left in Europe. So I wonder if that's how, because Trent was a midfielder, weren't he, when he came up, and now he's a right back, I believe. So maybe they see something like, he's not on Trent's level, but maybe they see...
he's not on Trent's level. He won't be walking out for nothing to Real Madrid.
So talk to me about this, Craig, actually. I'm interested to get your opinion. Out of the three, Salah, Trent, and Van Dijk, do you keep any of them? I think it's crazy they're not just giving Salah whatever he wants, but...
I was going to ask you about that as well. On the Virgil, I think stays. I think that happens. I think they're getting closer on that one. With Mohamed Salah, there will be a riot if he doesn't get a new contract because... 2 goals and an assist last night. He's top scorer in the Premier League. Look at him when he whips his shirt off. He's incredible. I get the club's perspective of not wanting a Mesut Ozil situation there with him, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. Trent's the one that scares me, though. Trent's the one, because you're looking at somebody, Joe, 26, in his prime, local boy. And if you mentioned about losing Archie Gray and not to Brentford, well, for me, it's if you lose Trent, you want 100 million. You don't want to lose Trent and see him walk out the door for free. And also, I don't think if he wasn't free, I don't even think Real Madrid would be in for him, and that's what makes it even more annoying.
Yeah, I think the thing is with Trent as well, like he's done it all at Liverpool, hasn't he? He's won the Champions League, he's won the Premier League, so like, I didn't think he ever would because he's a local boy, but is it a case of I've done it all now? I want to try something different, and it doesn't help with Jude out there, does it? It doesn't help.
No, it definitely does not. Not when he's hiding behind birthday cards and all of the England camp. No.
Yeah, it doesn't help. If Jude's not there, it's probably maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. They just seem really tight, don't they? So, would you be? Do you think Liverpudlians, let's say, because he's a Liverpool, would they be fuming with him? Do you think? Or I mean,
from being over there, we were just speaking before we went live about the couple of live shows we did in Liverpool. So obviously this is one of the talking points. Yeah. And there's no doubt that if he leaves, he'll never be looked at the same way again. Now, I'm not going to say he'll be hated upon. He's maybe not in Michael Owen territory because he won't go and play for United. But there's no denying if you leave at the peak for free and leave your hometown club, I don't think you're ever going to be looked at the same way. You'll always be fondly looked at. But if you walk out for free, because do you know what, Joe? If you look at the Michael Owen situation or even Steven Gerrard, they were at a time where Liverpool weren't really at their best. You know, we'd won a Champions League, but that Premier League was nowhere to be seen. And as you said, Trent's won it all, but also we look like we're still capable of doing more now. And that's what makes it confusing. Like if Jurgen left and the next manager wasn't cutting it, maybe you can understand Trent having a look around. But we've been pretty good this season.
Yeah. Amazing. Like it's mad because when we sacked Bielsa, we tried for Slot, and you know, to be fair to Slot, I think Tottenham tried as well, and then ended up with Nuno at one point. I think they tried, and obviously backed himself, and he was right to do so because he waited, and then Liverpool came a calling, and do you know what? It's class to see. I'm just glad because I don't mind Arsenal winning it either. But I think I'm just glad that City aren't going to win it because we needed someone new, didn't we? And I'm really surprised at how well Chelsea are doing under Maresca. And I feel that City have not had their time, but over the next few seasons now, I do think it is going to be more of a title race, 3-horse, 4-horse races maybe going into next season. But I don't know if you know this, Craig, but the last 3 times Liverpool won the league, Leeds United won the league below. Oh. So for me, this is a historical.
The best is on you now. The best is on you now.
So if you win the league, we're getting promoted. So I'm like, come on, Liverpool. Come on. It's happened 3 times
We've
before.
got that. We've got the hatred of United. I mean.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so the last 3 times you won the league, I can't remember the dates. Obviously, the most recent one, we won the championship under Bielsa, and then 2 before that. So on the last 3 times Leeds have won the league below. So if you win it, then we get promoted. So please go and win it, mate.
We'll do our best, mate. We'll do our best. Did you watch that game last night, by the way, the Newcastle game?
Wild.
That was old school Liverpool Newcastle, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was brilliant. It's great though, because like, look, you didn't lose. I felt for Kelleher. I really felt for Kelleher because he's been great, and he coming into these games, and a lot of Leeds fans are like, if we get promoted, sign him. But I think,
mate, I'd be so happy to see him at Leeds if you came up.
Do you not think he'd be very expensive for? And
he's only got 1 year to go on his deal at the end of this season. So you probably get him for about 25, I'd say 30.
Because you've got the new keeper, the Georgian keeper coming in as well, haven't you?
Yeah, Georgie Mamadashvili.
Yeah. Easy for you. Mamadashvili, is it? I can't say that.
Look, mate, I've been practicing this in front of the mirror so many times, Joe, I won't lie to you.
Yeah. Mate, we were once linked to Kvaradona, which is Kavica Vakaraskelia. But, you know, the guy who plays at Napoli. But I was like sat in front of the computer. This is like 3 seasons ago going, Carrascal. Yeah, it's so difficult, some names, isn't it? People don't realise we have to learn these sort of
I'll let
names.
you in on a little secret. When we were signing Dominic Szoboszlai, I had to get Google Translate. I had to type it in there, Szoboszlai. The things we do, Joe, the things we do.
Exactly. It's hard, mate. It's hard.
It's not all just sitting here looking pretty, screaming at a footballer. There's a little bit of work there. So look, between now and the end of the season, what do you think gets you up? What gets you automatic qualification? What's the points tally you're looking at?
Well, we got 90 last season. And that's there's only been one other time where 90 points hasn't got you up, because we obviously had Leicester and Ipswich run away. There was actually 3 teams finish on 90, which isn't normally done. Farke's last 3 championship campaigns, 2 were Norwich, 1 were Leeds, all finished with 90. So I think we'll get a 90 again. The difference being this season, there won't be 3 were 90, and therefore we'll go up. That's my hope. We need a number 10. We've got Aronson at the minute, which is crazy. When I was talking about recruitment, we paid 25 million for him. And obviously, he's playing in the Championship now. It's crazy. I was linked to Liverpool, quite some time ago, because he was a pressing machine at Salzburg. But there's a different level, English football and Austrian Bundesliga. But yeah, anyway, we need a 10 because he's good in terms of pressing, but he doesn't create a lot. I mean, last year, by this stage, Rutter had 11 assists. Aronson's got 1 at the same stage. So you can see the difference there in terms of creation. So we need a number 10, a creator of goals. But everywhere else, he's fine, mate. We've got far and away the best team in the league. We've just got to work out our away form. We've got 1 win in about 2.5 months. We're Imperious at home. I think we've got we're class at home, mate. But it's just away. So we need that to change. But I do think Farke will sort it out. And then there'll probably be a conversation of, is he the right man in the Premier League? Because you'll know yourself, you used to wallop Norwich when Farke was manager there a few times. I think Suarez used to get like 4 every time he played.
I was at that game where he scored the 4 with one of them a big lob from like miles out.
He scored so many against that Norwich side, didn't he? Every time. Yeah. So hopefully we'll get up, Craig, because I want to be a Premier League content creator as well, mate, to be honest. I do.
Well, I was just going to come on to say, I miss you being in the Premier League work, because I think you're the best content creator outside the Premier League, without a doubt in my mind. And I'm always thinking I'd be looking at your stuff. I don't touch base with people as much as I should, but delighted to see that the Just Joe football show is continuing to grow, man. I was looking at some of your numbers as well for even Championship watch-along. You should be so proud of what you do, mate. You're great at it.
Yeah, honestly, mate, it's my bread and butter. The other videos might not do as well, but my watch-alongs, I pride myself on them, and I enjoy doing them. I really enjoy doing them, and it's funny, actually, because I've been saying for a while, what people do watch-alongs get grief or whatever, and I always say, this is the way football media is going to go. This is where fan media, and then I'm on my YouTube earlier on, and I see Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville doing a watch-along type thing, and I thought, catching up by this. So yeah, get me that Premier League, and because I know sometimes it's the Premier League, you're prime for getting clipped up, but it also massively helps the channel as well, doesn't it? Let's be honest. So if we're playing the Man Uniteds, the Liverpools, the thingies of this world, then it can only be a benefit for my channel. So fingers crossed we can get there.
Well, I want to do a deal with you. If you do come back up, I want to get down. I want to get over to Leeds for a game. Not even the Liverpool game. Just want to get over for a game. So we had to get it one together at least.
Yes, man. It's a deal. It's all
deal. We love it. Look, we're going to cut it there, ladies and gentlemen. But the Just Joe football show, the best content creator outside the Premier League, in my opinion, by a long, long way. And Joe, it's a pleasure, my man, to catch up. And fingers crossed that that lucky omen you spoke about comes in for us. Liverpool in the league, and Leeds come straight back up as well.
Yeah, fingers crossed, man. Let's hope so.
So look, Joe's channel link will, of course, be in the description of this video, folks. Don't forget to go drop across, show Joe some love. And again, thank you all for watching so much. Joe, it's been a pleasure, my man.
Thank you, mate.